Hi, and welcome to Soulful. Today is Girl Chat. Okay. Hi, and welcome to Soulful. Hi, my name's Nakia.
I'm
I'm
Toya.
Janet. Oh, I'm Janet. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Sorry for the little technical difficulties there. Janet is always learning. Yay, yay, yay. Welcome to Girl Chat.
Yes, today in Girl Chat, we are starting a series called the Virtual Assistant Series on how to become a virtual assistant. What is our first topic, you guys?
Well, let's start with
Okay. Who wants to go first on how did you become a virtual assistant?
Well, I would like to first say, what's up, Toya? Hey, Mama George. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We're so glad that you're here. And if you have any input on how to become a virtual assistant or if you're interested in being one, hey, just engage with us today. This is always interactive. All right. So since I'm already talking, I might as well go on with it, right? How did you become a virtual assistant? Okay, so how Toya became a virtual assistant was that Toy was running around Fort Lauderdale with a double stroller. At that time, oh yeah, I already had 6 kids, and it was hot. And have always worked. I had a job, but I just I didn't know how things were gonna go with family issues, with job issues. So I knew I needed to do something. I needed to have something else, in the pipeline in the event that things did not go right in my family, if things didn't go right with work. I needed to have something else going on. And I've always had an urge to start my own business. I didn't know a lot of family members that had done it, but I remember, I mean, I was like probably like 8 years old. I remember going to Sam's and buying a whole bunch of pickles, adding a whole bunch of different spices to it. Said I T Dog deals. That's what they were called. T Dog. That's me. T Dog deals. And so I've always had the unction to start a business, and it just the timing was right. I must have got my income tax or something, so I had money to start the things that I needed, what I felt like I needed at the time to start a business. So that's how I started. I started as a bookkeeper because I thought that's what people needed. I didn't do any market research. I didn't really know, but I figured people would pay if I helped them keep their books, right? So that's how I got started. What about you, Janet? You're muted.
I was going to turn it over to Nakia, but hey, I can go next. No problem at all. Well, funny enough, so my journey was a little bit different. And see, I want y'all to understand. You see how you hear the bird and the babies in the background? All of that is going to make sense to you somewhere in this series. The ability and the comfortability to work from home. And I'm a grandma, so I am helping my daughter take care of her baby. So, anyway, let me tell you how I got here. So, it was this funny thing called COVID. You ever heard of that word? Yeah. So, let me tell you, in March of last year, you got those three favorite words. Due to COVID, we were no longer with the company. What? What you mean? After 20 something years in radio and entertainment, I'm not worth nothing. So, of course, that insult and that injury and that hurt, of course, you're a little dumbfounded. You work for corporate America, you've given them your all, you've done everything you're supposed to do, and a situation happened and there's no protection. So of course, after I got over the onset of what had happened, in addition, just a little backstory, my mom had just recently passed. So the psyche, the mindset, it was at disarray. And then when that happened, is of course, what am I going to do now? So after I eventually got over everything, I was like, I love talking to people. I love administration because that's what I did while I worked at the radio station, I was the first person you saw. So I scheduled, I gave out tickets, I was responsible for the communication between the building and us, responsible for the communication if you were R. Kelly and your management was bringing you there, and made sure you knew where to park, how to get up on the special elevator, how long your interview. So all those things, logistics wise, when we had events, I ran the stage, I booked the talent. I said, why can't I do that from home? Everybody was moving to virtual Zooms and having, so I just decided to transfer all those skills into the virtual assistant industry. And that's how I became a virtual assistant. Nakia, tell us your story.
Okay, my story is pretty, I think, pretty standard for some people in that my children were grown. My daughter was graduating from high school. I had a huge medical bill for her, and I was going to have an empty nest and I didn't have anything to do. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? There's only so much time you spend with your husband and so many things that you can do by yourself, when you're enjoying your free time. And I really did enjoy my job. I've been an administrative assistant for the past 24 years. So I just looked for something to do on that line. And I saw an ad in a paper for a virtual assistant. I did my research and I said, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. So we all have different journeys, but before we go any further, do you really know what a virtual assistant does? Yeah, let's explain that to you first of all, so that you have a full scope of what a virtual assistant is and its industry, because it's a big, diverse industry. I just don't want your mind to be small and narrow and be like, oh, you're just a secretary? No, there's so much more. So, since we all work from different aspects of it, how about you, Toya, tell them where your lane is in the virtual assistant industry?
Yo, so I'm sharing my lane. I share, like I said at the beginning, that when I first started, bookkeeping is where I went to because I thought that's what made sense. And then as I started to kind of watch the trends and listen to what people wanted, social media. So I was already doing that at work. I was a social media content specialist. I created content for really big name international companies and I moderated content, a lot of stuff with content and social media. So that was what I knew. So I said, hey, like you said, Janet, transferable skills. Let me bring that into my own business. And so I did social media management for quite a while. Me and Nakia were probably the go-to chicks for social for quite a while. And then this thing called COVID came. I had a part-time job where I was doing a social, have done it for 10 years. And one day, what did they say, Janet? We've got to make a business, we've had to make a business decision. We really appreciate you. Here's your severance package, but we got to let you go, you know? And so when that happened, I really had to shift gears. I no longer had an income. And lo and behold, we were doing doing different shows and stuff in our group, which we'll talk about more. And I found that there was a greater need to be a live stream producer, create live stream shows and events. And so that is what I focus on right now, guys. I create shows like this for corporations large and small all around the world. Yep.
Okay. So, see, that's one aspect of being a virtual assistant. Me, I focus on event logistics. And as I stated to you, administrative and customer service. So, if you're a business who maybe needs email addresses or contact information of important key individuals so that you may explain your property or your product or what you plan to do, I am the person that doesn't mind calling companies and getting that information for you. Or say that you're having a live stream event and you need the guests booked, or you need to make sure that someone's watching the clock, or you need help with your run up show. That's me. That's me. And general administrative services, as well as email management, keeping your schedule. So, see, this is another entity of being a virtual assistant. So you're just not narrowed into one box.
That's so
Nakia,
true, Janet.
tell them about you.
Well, before I tell them about me, I want to give them the definition of being a virtual assistant. A virtual assistant is a self employed person who provides professional, technical, administrative, or creative assistance remotely to clients. So when I started my business, I did everything. I'm a notary. I know how to do Adobe PDFs. I did social media. I did everything. I did content planning. I just did everything because I thought that's what you needed to do until I figured out that I had to niche down. And then I went back to my true love, which was administration. So that's all I do now.
So you see, there are several different dynamics with being a virtual assistant. You can start as broad as you want and then slowly hone into the things that make you passionate or happy about or an industry that you want to work in. I would say, what do you think has made your journey, whether successful or unsuccessful thus far?
I think my journey has been eventful. um, my journey has been, I would say, normal. You know, you have to have your ebbs and flows. You have to have your ups and downs. You have to have your learning period. You have to have your bumps and bruises. Um, but finding my tribe and being able to mentor other people and learning that I'm good at that, things like that have made me feel successful.
Latoya out there says, hi, Latoya. You can't offer everything. That's where a lot of people go wrong. Mm, that's an outstanding comment. What you think about that, ladies? We'll get back to our journey, but what you think about that?
That's a true statement. When you learn everything, what is the word? What is the saying? If you have too many masters, you're the master of none, or something like that.
Mm,
You cannot fully give your attention to everything.
Yeah,
I agree.
uh, Jane of all trades. That's not a thing. That's not really a thing. We
Right.
don't do that. we have we
We
have
put forth the effort.
absolutely. And in all honesty, I am a live stream producer. But Janet, you told us about someone needed help setting up their LLC. I am all over that. That is easy to do, and I will do it. But as far as marketing, what I tell people I do, I focus. You know what I'm saying? The more that you focus, it's easier to serve people because you just kind of keep doing the same thing, same thing. And normally we're like one person shows, and so it is really difficult to really make the money that you want to and be able to get through your clients when you're doing a myriad of so many different type of things. It's been my experience.
Yeah, and also too, when you're in certain industries, you're constantly learning, so you cannot be focused on five million things. In social media, as I was talking to Frank Shell today in co-working, she said there's always something new, which is true.
Hmm.
You know, she's learning about Reels this week, but she wants to learn about TikTok next week. So, you're always learning something new. So you need that focus, that laser focus to accurately keep it all keep it all together. So you don't want to be focused on too many areas.
Got another
So
comment
true.
from Toya. That is why we help other VAs navigate their first steps. It can be a lot.
That is
Yeah,
true.
it truly can be overwhelming when you first start. When I first started and I didn't know where to go, of course, what's the favorite word? Google. So I put it into Google and a site came up. And of course, since it was the top rated site, what do? You click on it. And when I went into that group, I was so overwhelmed. I was like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. And then I joined the group, so you kept getting notifications. And I was like, I'm not okay, wait. And it was a tad bit overwhelming. And
Mhm.
for me, I'm not that type of person. I don't like to be overwhelmed. So what I did was I sat back and I said, I'm going to search different words to help me find other groups. And that's how I was able to find our group, the Virtual Assistant Sisters Learning. And when I joined that group had about 400 people, maybe 300, somewhere in there. And I was like, okay, this is somewhere I can come in, I can grow, I can learn. It's not too many messages, it's not overwhelming. I don't feel bombarded. It was just a lot. So I was like, okay, this is, and so I appreciated that. I appreciated having your group or our group now
Mm-hmm.
to join and be a part of and able to get some one-on-one with.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Toya, tell us about your journey. How has your journey been as a virtual assistant or live stream producer?
I'm gonna go ahead and use that word that Nakia used, and that word was eventful. The first couple years I had a job too. What I'm saying? So it wasn't a big deal. It was kind of play. I learned a little something, make a little money, wasn't a big deal. I remember when I first got my first $1,000 client, and that was cool. That was a milestone for me. And but then it's totally different when you have to depend on you don't have that job anymore, and it is you are a full-fledged entrepreneur. Now that right there, sis, woo, that's something else. You got to quickly because like I said, I lost my job during COVID. I had to quickly get it together and figure out how to make this thing work, and I'm grateful that you got to have goals, and you got to really meet those goals so you can really take care of your responsibilities, your family. And the journey has been eventful. It has highs and lows. I don't care what anybody says. It does. There's some things I miss about having a job, but really, to be honest, this freedom that I have, there's nothing that can compare. So the journey has been eventful. It's been great. I'm so glad to be on this journey. I'm learning new things all the time. I'm helping people all the time, and I'm serving a vast amount of awesome clients. So I'm enjoying the journey.
So I would definitely attest to the journey with the highs and the lows. Oh, yeah, that journey. I am just 1 year, 1 month in, and it can be very high, it can be very low. One thing I will tell you is you gotta have patience.
Mm-hmm.
Patience with yourself, patience with others, because you have to remember, just as you are traveling this journey, there are businesses who were corporate America who was used to having 10 people to service them, and now they're down to one. And that in itself is an entity that you have to give them time to grasp their mindset around. So please, please, please have patience. Enjoy what you're doing. Take your time. It definitely will have its highs and lows. But then when you're in your high moment, you're in your high moment. You get that ding from Dubsado. That's a CRM that we use. It says your payment has been made. You get excited. You like, oh yeah, money. I'm going to the bank. Well, you're going to spend it on bills. But anyway, you get excited about that. Or the client books a discovery call, potential new client, potential. You get excited. So it definitely has its highs and lows. And don't forget to collab. Collaboration is a great opportunity for you to learn other things. So the journey has its highs and lows, but you'll definitely enjoy it.
Yeah, let me reiterate or say again that part of having the freedom and just the excitement. When I open up my email and I see a client has booked the call, and just the excitement, like, I wonder what they need. I wonder how I can service them. And then that one, I'll never forget that when we had like me and Nakia are partners, and when we had like multiple dings of PayPal payments, because PayPal payments hit your pay right away. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. I've had a string of checks that have come in lately, with them PayPal payments, they come in right away. And there's nothing that compares to at your job where you have to wait for a week, or for most of us 2 weeks. And
Mm-hmm.
some of us, especially who work for the government, it's a whole month before you get that check. When you own your own business, you can make that determination. You know what I'm saying? Do they pay you up front? Do they pay you half up front and half at the end? You are in control. And it is a blessing and awesome to know that you can have that control in your life. Because some folks don't know that, but you really can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Latoya says, find your tribe of support should be one of the first steps so that you have people to learn on and ask questions without a judgment. Yeah, that tribe of support, you need that because I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's overwhelming.
It is.
So
Start.
Toya is
Go
actually
ahead.
she's out here preaching. I mean, I didn't know he's a preacher, Toya, but clearly she is. Like for real, you have to have support, absolutely. And like you need to have a family. You need to have a family out here to ensure that when because today I'm just being transparent. It's been a rough day. It has been a rough day in my personal life, and just coming on to co-working today and just discussing, just hearing the awesome things that happened in the kids' life today and in her business, and hearing Toy with the ideas she had for what we're doing collectively. That just really helped me to center and balance myself, and help me to be able to come on the show today and be excited. So it is paramount that you have a tribe for sure.
Mhm.
Start with a plan. Don't just jump all in without the research. The worst thing, BBN, is to be new deep in something that you find out that's not for you.
Oh, worst thing is to be me.
Yeah, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
wait, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's another thing about owning your own business. Sometimes you just don't know that you think it's social. For instance, social media. I think me and the kid were definitely we're excited because we were good at it. We enjoyed doing it, but it just got to the point where no more.
Mhm.
There were other things that we would wanted to focus on more. And it's number one, it's okay to have that change. And when you don't know, you just don't know. Some things you actually just got to start doing it before you find out. So, but like Toya said, do some research, do some market research. I did a training last night through I think the SBDC, and they show you how you do the research, how you have the fixed research, and you have the research that's already out there, and it's just so much that you can do to really put yourself in a good position in starting your business. Yeah.
It's
And
true.
don't forget to utilize your expertise. The areas that you have been good at, hone in on those areas,
Mhm.
tweak those areas, make those areas better. If
Yeah.
you know you're good at being on the telephone, then get on the telephone and make it work for you. People still need those types of people in their businesses. Remember, we're all adjusting to this new phenomenon. I don't know if this want to call it a phenomenon, but our new norm. So things still need to occur, but they need you. So whatever your skill is, if you're good at data entry, make the data entry work for you. There are professionals out there who need virtual data entry codes to
Mhm.
help them keep up with their numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
everyone has a zone of genius. I mean, there's no way that you've been in corporate for 20 years and you don't have a zone of genius. That zone of genius can be turned into a moneymaker.
and that's exactly what I was going to say. That you could be the calling queen and make $1 million because you know how to get it on that phone. Let me tell you, it's always amazing to watch Janet on the phone. I can have the same cold call and get hung up on. Janet, well, hey, precious. Well, hello, handsome. How are you doing today? Can you please send my client, $500 for this new show? Like Janet has that knack.
Mhm.
So we all have our zone of genius, and it can make you a millionaire, a billionaire. I've
Mhm.
read too much and seen too much of that happen. So yeah, definitely focusing in what you're good at.
Mhm.
That's right. Oh, you're muted, Janet, if you're
Yeah,
talking
I'm
to us.
sorry. I
It's
started with
okay.
customer service, but I changed to social media and I'm still evolving. Yeah,
Yeah.
that word pivot, oh, that's a powerful word when you get into being an entrepreneur. You're constantly pivoting because you're pivoting due to technology and you're pivoting due to you. And
Mhm.
you're pivoting who you're meeting and talking with and finding. Yeah, pivoting is gonna be your best friend.
Last week we had on Coach T, and today Coach T was doing a live. I put it in our group, but she said something that was interesting. She said people want to jump out here and start a business and make 6 and 7 figures, and they don't even know how to run their business. They don't know what goes into a business. You have to start somewhere. You have to start it at being a janitor before you can get to being the CEO. So you can't automatically jump into a whole nother space just because you see somebody else there or just because someone else is boasting that they're there. You have to be on your own path, your own journey, and you have to make it yours and go through the bumps and bruises.
Absolutely. I think that's key. There's a lot of boasting out on these internet streets. You know, people will say all kind of stuff. I'm the $1 million VA. I can coach you to success. And it's just not true. I've seen it. It's not true. I know a lot of people are coaches who just have decided to be a coach and don't necessarily have the chops to do that, or the expertise or the experience to help. So you actually have to start foundations. You got to get your foundations super. That's what we recommend anyway. Get your foundations all the way together, because what happens is you jump out there and you'll do a whole lot of backtracking, and that backtracking, you waste time and you waste money, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not necessary.
And you could possibly lose the client that you hooked because you don't have an onboarding together, you don't have your systems together, or you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, all that. So I like to say that this thing can be done with ease, and it can be fun. So take your time and set your foundation. Make sure that it is right before you go full fledged. Is my opinion.
And what would we say is some of those key foundations? Just three foundations that we think someone should have, and just let's not even talk about virtual assistant. Just in starting a business.
I
Mm.
got mine. It's always get that money. How are you gonna get that money? Is your PayPal system set up? Or what a Stripe, whatever you're using to collect funds, is your business account ready, your merchant account set up, whatever it is. For me, my number one is make sure that your path to receiving the funds is in place, and it is nip.
Mm.
Okay.
I think that as Coach T said last week, make sure it's not a hobby. You make sure you got your EIN number. Make sure you got your sole proprietorship or your LLC through your state, and that you're registered with your licenses and your Duns and Bradstreet number. Make sure you have an actual business.
I would definitely say mindset. I didn't realize how important when
Amen to that.
you work for corporate America, you don't think about your mindset. You get up, you run the clock, you hit it, you get up, you go to. But when it's your business, your mindset have to be intact. Your
Mhm.
mindset has to be intact for what you may expect that day, and you have to be ready for that other side of your mind that's going to tell you, Janet, you can't do it.
Mhm.
Janet, it's really too much. Janet, you don't have enough time. Whatever your mind, you've got to be ready, because that mindset will play trick on you that you might find yourself in the bed for 3, 4 days. And now you have decided, no, I don't want to open that business. No. But then
Mhm.
you got to shift to that other mind and be like, I can do this. I've relaxed for 3, 4 days. I've gotten myself together. I needed to re energize. Here I come out the gate. Mindset.
Yeah, that mindset also has to work for you on those days when I lost my thought. Mindset has to work for you on those days when you just don't want to do. I lost my thought. Go ahead, y'all. I really lost my
It's all
thought.
right. You
Yeah,
can come
but
right back
that's
around
fine.
to it. Ah, look. And
Yeah,
Latoya says, how do you get that foundation in order?
It comes with research because you got to know what you need. Because wherever you're living might have different rules. I know here in Richmond, Virginia, I have to have a business license. So I have to have a business license every year. Whereas in other states, they don't have business licenses.
yeah. Speaking of a foundation and mindset, I think that it's important that you look at, we do say Google, you want to learn all this, go Googling, right? But I think what I've learned about successful entrepreneurs is that they read. So I know with me, like I said, that Florida son and my 6 kids and 2 in the double stroller, we hit that library, and every book I could find about, bookkeeping and starting a business, I was in there. And I think that was very, very helpful to help to develop my mindset in them early stages. So I
Mhm.
think it's important that you read, because that's what I found out. All the smart people and all those really successful business owners, they read.
Hey,
Hey,
Jess.
Jazzy. Hey, sis. What do you think, Jasmine? What do you think? We know that you've been on this entrepreneur journey for a little bit. Like, what do you think is so important with starting your business? What's something foundational? We want to be able to help a whole lot of people who are interested in starting the business or who are starting and maybe flopped. We want to help folks. So what's paramount for you? What's one thing that's very important in starting your business, Jazz? And Toya
and
and Mama
and
Dorch.
that reading comes with a lot of research. You
Mhm.
have to take time to do some research because, like I said, you're going to pivot. And when you pivot, you have to research how to get to where you're going. So, definitely reading and research.
I remember my point was with mindset. You have to be willing to put in the work because in the beginning, it's only you. So, yes, having your own business comes with freedoms, but those freedoms aren't immediate.
That's right.
They come with work. There are going to be
Yeah.
many days that it's going to be you sitting there all day long working.
And it ain't work WORK. It's like Rihanna. It's that WERK. Work, 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 work. For real. It's that kind of work. What she said.
Oh, Jasmine said boundaries. Yes, Jasmine.
She didn't say that.
Yes, she did.
She
She
said
said
boundaries.
boundaries. Ooh
Ooh
wee.
wee. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh wee.
Yes. Yes, Jasmine. You are
That's
so
right,
right.
gentlemen. Do
That's
it all.
right.
Don't ain't good for the health. Do it all ain't good for the health.
In this VA business, some people think that with their personal secretaries and personal assistants, and they will be in your texts, in your emails, in your Voxer. They'll be every way they can try to contact you. And I don't know about you, but I've had somebody contact me 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So Jasmine is so correct. You have to make sure this is a business, and most businesses, what, 9 to 5, whatever the case may be, ensure that you have boundaries with your clients established in the contract, in the welcome email,
Hmm.
very, very, very early in the
Hmm.
relationship.
Very early. Make sure that they are aware that you are a partner and not an employee.
Yes, that is correct.
Where can VA go to get resources to help them get started?
Oh, well, now there are several resources, but we have a Facebook group that is called Virtual Assistant Sister Learning, and we would love to have you there.
And guys, in the group, um, we are all VAs. I posted the group link in the comments. And we really are big on collaborating, sharing, helping one another, because it's important to us to be the best at what we do. And we want everybody to eat. So we are very supportive in the group. So if you are interested in being a virtual assistant, or if you are a virtual assistant, come through, sis. And it is for sisters, no dudes, no dudes, because we want the sisters to feel real, real comfortable. So yeah, y'all go to the dude group.
Jasmine said, I just had to establish because I was the do it all woman,
Do it
but
all.
this is not good for
Yeah.
your mental health. Yes. Then I just say about that mindset. That mindset. This is what I've done, lady. I set days on when I work on client work for that day, and I ask for a 48-hour window.
That's very good. That's very good.
So Jasmine is making sure that she takes time to work and heal for herself or replenish herself
Hmm.
or whatever she needs to do for self.
Hmm.
I work, I complete, I feel good, I do whatever I need to do, I'm ready the next day. Whatever her mechanism is. But
Hmm.
she's letting you know I have this window so I don't feel stressed. I don't feel pressure that I
Hmm.
got to do what you want me to do in 5 minutes.
Hmm.
No, you've given me an assignment. I have 48 hours. I can pace myself. And it allows me to do your assignment effectively and efficiently.
That's right.
That's a good practice. I need to learn that because I'm like too quick with it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
you
that's
don't even give
good.
yourself time to breathe.
And guys, realize that there is definitely a different switch: employee mindset and business owner mindset. At work, if they give you an assignment, you sit there and you need to work on it. Yeah, I might have to take it home and everything to get it done. But you don't have to do that in your own business. Your health comes first. The way that is best for you to work comes first. So Jasmine, thank you so much for sharing that with us. That's a great practice. And that's a practice I don't think she started in the beginning, but it's something she learned along the journey. So that's
Hmm.
what's up, Jazz.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes.
Okay.
So, Jan, is that it? Do we got anything else as
Uh,
relates to?
well, I was thinking since we're kind of talking about this, let's tell them about our VA World Conference.
Hmm. Toya, you tell them about the VA World Conference.
The VA World Conference. As long as my children aren't too loud, I'll be happy to tell you about the VA World Conference. So the VA World Conference, we did our first one last year, and let me tell you, it was amazing. It was so amazing that I hope that this is a conference that is with me for the rest of my life, because in the conference we were able to um, speak with and learn from women that have been in the game and have done very well. Some were
Mhm.
coaches, some were just VAs like us, and it's just great to be able to really talk and to network with people who are going in the same direction or have gone where you've already been or where you want to go. And that's one thing that's really key. You want to be connected with people who have already gone, where you want to go. I know for me, Tasha Booth, she was our keynote speaker, and I think she might be the keynote speaker again.
Mhm.
Okay, that for the lack of a better term, helpful. She's $1 million VA. She's a company, and it really can happen. What's interesting, you can go on some of the groups and see where she started just a few years ago,
Mhm.
asking some of the same questions that we asked. Well, how do you do this? Who to connect with? And she got it. So that's another thing to understand. You may be having a down moment right now, or just mediocre or what have you in your business, but tomorrow could be that $1 million situation where you've connected with the right network and the right people and the right subcontractors to really elevate your business. So it will empower you, not to quit. It'll show you where you can go. You'll be able to communicate and network with other great people. And we have a whole year to prepare for it. So what are the tickets, Nakia? What's the price of the tickets?
I believe they're $39.
That's
$39.
it. That's it. That's it. So you can, save up a few dollars a day or whatever. But whatever you do, definitely recommend that you get your ticket because I want us to meet there. I want us all to be able to communicate and connect. And the way that the software is set up for the conference, before even the conference, once you pay, we can all continue to network and communicate leading up to the conference. So I'm really excited about that, and we'll put the link to that in there as well.
I think the conference also signifies something that most people don't realize. They say that the market is saturated. The market isn't saturated because everyone brings something different to the table, and also it also shows that there are no competitions. It's all about collaborating. We're all doing something different, even though it may seem similar.
Yeah,
So it's definitely collaboration over competition.
all day. And it's early, like I said, we still have about a year till we're going to have the conference. So if you're interested in being having a booth at the conference, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of eyes on your booth. So just connect with us, and we'll be happy to, save a spot for you.
So, since we started the show a
Yeah.
little bit different today because we wanted to announce to you our series, ladies, what you working on?
Hmm. What did I work on? I worked on creating a new employee handbook for my job, and I set up a new client that I'm going to be helping with email marketing and website up.
Oh,
So
that's
that's all.
awesome.
All right, all right. What
That's
about you, Toya?
fantastic. So, Janet, we have a book release, a live that we're doing live tonight for a beautiful client on the West Coast. So, I've been looking at the run of the show and just preparing my mind for that. That's what I did today.
Okay, okay. Today I worked on. I had a few meetings, um, and I had a networking meeting that is going to turn out to a potential client for one of you all. And that's about it. That's the extent.
Hmm.
I've not been feeling too well today.
Me either. I have a
Yeah.
headache and a stomach ache.
I would like to say though, again, we talked about the importance of collaborating and having a tribe. The kid down Whitaker Witty, she saw a post this morning. Actually, it was your cousin, right, which has been a guest on the show, and they were looking for a lot of the stuff as we VAs do, live stream producing, We have another guy that does video production. We have social media. We have someone that writes grants. So we were able to. Nakia, she told me about the post, and I was able to tell 4 or 5 other people to let that guy know how we have a group of people that could serve him. So it's really really important to have community. It's really really helpful.
Yes,
Everybody can eat. Yes. Yes. Yes.
it
Yes.
also helped. It also helped. It helped me during COVID to have community because working from home was so isolating for me. My mind was racing and I was anxious and things like that. So having my tribe and being able to do virtual co-working with them helped me a lot.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay, okay. So we have told you a little bit about our series that we're about to start. And so we'll be doing these almost once a month, informing you in some aspect of what the virtual assistant business is, how we work, the things that we do, broadening your horizon. Maybe you're looking for a virtual assistant. Maybe there's something we can be of help with you in searching, but we just wanted to be more informative and educate and provide resources for those of us out there who are virtual assistant or who need further information.
Yep.
And so with that being said, we like to showcase our sponsors. None other than Go Black Ink. It's your turn.
All right, guys, goblackink.com. Hit me up. What you'll find is my appointment um, program there where you can book an appointment with me. If you're interested in doing a live stream show like this, if you're interested in someone helping you, assisting you with your next live or hybrid event, goblackink.com can definitely help you. We enjoy doing these. And the biggest reason why is because they build know, like, and trust. When you look in my eyes, you can right away tell if you trust me or not. When you listen to my voice right away, you can tell if I get on your nerves or not, if you would want to work with me. So, doing these things, doing this live streaming, doing video is extremely, extremely helpful for businesses. So check us out, goblackink.com.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you, Go Black Ink. Well, I think that wraps it, bags it, and I think we're done. We're done here. Do we have any more questions or comments from our audience?
No.
Make sure to check us out at vaworldconference.com. That's once again vaworldconference.com. Our conference is coming up next year, September, in the great old Atlanta, Georgia.
ATL.
Yeah, ATL. Please remember to subscribe, like, share. If you want to be a guest, let us know. We love to have guests on our show. We love talking and we enjoy providing education and entertainment. And if that's it, any last words, ladies?
Do you want me to click the outro, Janet?
I've got that under control. Bye-bye for
Bye, guys.
now.
Bye.
Hi, and welcome to Soul to Pulse.